Thank you for turning into UNI TV. I'm Corey Noble.
And I'm Paul Ochoa. Today we'll be talking about encouraging to vote with Voterpalooza and more about Pink Ribbon Run, Book Bistro grand opening,
and a 10-year anniversary of the Fast Forward Workshop.
Right now, from the University of Northern Iowa, this is UNI TV News.
On October 1st, UNI students were encouraged to vote. It involved politicians and also provided a free lunch. The event strived to achieve these goals by hosting the event during the day.
Voterpalooza was an event designed to encourage students to vote. The event strived to achieve these goals by hosting the event during the day, involving politicians, and also providing a free lunch. Bob Kressig and Rick Garuso are candidates for Iowa's House of Representatives and were at Voterpalooza to share their political views with students and help provide them with an educated view on the solutions to the problems that affect our daily lives.
For more information on these candidates, you can check out the websites of Bob Kressig and Rick Garuso.
The cold weather didn't stop people from getting out their running shoes Saturday morning. The Beyond Pink team hosted its annual Pink Ribbon 5K run, Cedar Falls, Saturday. More than 700 people registered for the event, and 54 of them were cancer survivors. UNI reporter Luke Hansen has the story.
The Beyond Pink team and many other organizations and local businesses came together to put on the 8th annual Pink Ribbon Run. Despite the cold weather, runners, walkers, and even pets came out to support those affected by breast cancer and to help raise awareness.
Well, we couldn't do it without our Pink Ribbon Run Committee. The Pink Ribbon Run Committee is actually coordinated by the Cedar Falls Community Main Street, and we all just kind of come together. Most of us have been on the committee for several years, and we all have our jobs that we do, and we wouldn't be anywhere without our volunteers and without our sponsors. Our sponsors have completely covered our cost of putting this on, so all the money for registrations then goes back to the Beyond Pink team.
Door prizes were given out to the breast cancer survivors that were registered for the race.
Barb Doden, 14 years. Okay, good. Awesome.
There you go. Congratulations. Thank you.
Tina Wendell, 22 years.
Yay. Congratulations.
Carol Menifee, 5 years. I see Carol. There she is. They just put her in a bag like that. Okay. That's it? Okay. Mary Martikoff, she's a 19-year survivor. I don't know if everybody heard us, but those beads represent a year of survivorship. Every year of beads, every strand of beads is a year of survivorship. That's awesome.
Each year, the Pink Ribbon Run spotlights a survivor that is given a grant that goes to help the families during this difficult time.
All the money that is raised from the Pink Ribbon Run goes to the Beyond Pink team. And the Beyond Pink team is a local breast cancer coalition, and all of our money stays local and helps local women and their families when they've been diagnosed with breast cancer. Then they can apply to us for a grant. We give grants up to $1,000, and when they can help with housing assistance, gas to get to appointments. We've paid for groceries, we've paid rent, just so that the cost of cancer is not the burden that's in their life. You know, it's hard enough to go through treatment, it's hard enough to deal with all the emotions that come with being diagnosed, and so we want to try to alleviate at least some of the stress that's in their life.
But it's more than just the money raised, it's how that money helps people. Now, this year's Pink Ribbon Run Spotlight survivor is Stacy Cooker from Sumner. Stacy benefited from a grant from the Beyond Pink team. Stacy's here today to tell us how that grant helped her. Ladies and gentlemen from Sumner, cancer survivor Stacy Cooker. Stacy?
On January 8th, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I just finished up my last radiation treatment last Monday. The Beyond Pink team helped pay for some of my co-pays on the medical bills, which are still coming in. And if it wasn't for them, I don't know what we would have done. They have been a huge help for us. We could have used the money for gas, but we chose to do the medical bills, which I'm so thankful for these guys. They are so wonderful, so supportive. They throw programs for the women who are going through breast cancer. I personally have not been able to attend, but I would love to someday. But every penny helps out when you're going through cancer, especially breast cancer. You don't realize the cost of cancer until you've experienced it yourself. And this organization is so amazing that they can stay in this community and help the people in the community. They are a blessing. I do want to thank you guys.
Reporting for UNI TV, I'm Luke Hansen.
Thanks, Luke. It looks like the runners sure did have a lot of fun while supporting a great cause.
The electronic media industry is a competitive business. Employers want new hires who can immediately provide value in today's economically challenged environment. In its 10th year, UNI's Fast Forward Electronic Media Workshop continues to bring working professionals to college students, simply to help electronic media students learn how to get ahead in their careers. Anton Ryder has more.
On Friday, October 3rd, the Communication Department held its 10th annual Fast Forward Workshop, put on by Dr. Ronnie Bankston. He sees the workshop as a great place for students to learn and grow in their professional career.
Today, where people come out of this workshop with some real enthusiasm, real insights, some real focus in some cases of this is what I want to do, or this is what I need to really work on and improve.
We also heard from Joel Hawk, Dean of the College of Humanities, Arts, and Sciences. He sees the Fast Forward Workshop as one of the biggest events here each year.
It's sort of the hallmark of the best in the current education. You bring together students, faculty, and practitioners in the field. Students all have a chance to interact with each other, but also interact with professionals, learn new things, get new ideas, and move forward and pass forward to their careers. The faculty have the chance to hear from the practitioners, hear from the professionals, interact with the students as well.
From there, it was off to the sessions, which ranged from advertising that will get noticed to how to make a good living doing freelance work. I attended sessions that dealt with news directing and how technology has made their lives, as well as the whole news gathering process, a much more streamlined and easier process. WHO Director Rod Peterson shares more.
You have to, whether you're in a crowded situation or a violent situation, you don't have to pull a truck with a big logo on it into it. You can actually report right where the news is happening, and that's revolutionary.
Though this technology has made the job easier in some ways, it has also made it more demanding in others, says KCCI News Director Dave Buziak.
But the other thing that's really changed for our crews out on the street is the demands on your time and the things that you have to do. Instead of just getting the facts right and getting the video and getting the interviews and coming back and writing your story and editing your story, now the instant you show up, you're expected to send back text and images and videos and post on social media. And so it's a much busier process of being out in the field today. And we haven't taken anything off reporters' plates. They still have to come back and write their story and front their story and do a couple of live shots. And so it's really changed.
You can learn more about these guys and all the professionals that were there at the Fast Forward Workshop on the UNI website at www.uni.edu/comstudies/fastforward. For UNI TV, I'm Anton Ryder.
The workshop has been completed successfully. Over 210 people participated in the 2014 workshop. Attendees represented a diverse number of educational institutions across the state. There was really something for everyone. If you missed this year's event, make sure to mark your calendar for next year. Thanks, Anton.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back with more Panther news about the new library has to offer, Jalen Bell with Fee, and an interview with Sabrina Santos.
College is an avenue for learning that can lead to successful job opportunities in the future. However, the education you need cannot be gained simply by going to class. Joining Cedar River Productions is the best way for you to get hands-on experience and one-on-one help with technology that will be crucial for your future. This is your chance to get ahead of other students by gaining knowledge about new technology. You'll be given all the opportunities to turn your ideas into reality and fine-tune your skills and abilities along the way. Make the most of your college experience. Become a member of Cedar River Productions.
I am a future Panther.
I am ready to transfer.
I am building my skills.
I am social networking.
I am investing in my future.
I am challenging my students.
I am running my own business.
I am UNI.
I am UNI. You can be too. Visit IamUNI.net.
Experience, the community, the chemistry, the expertise, the right fit, and all the opportunity in the world to create your masterpiece.
Enjoy the university experience in perfect proportion. And because we teach how to learn, the students of UNI are well prepared to create a lifetime of masterpieces. Create your masterpiece. Experience the University of Northern Iowa.
This year marks the 50th anniversary in the library. Its current building has a lot of exciting things and happening there, including a new book bistro. Carver has a story.
Rod Library. Students rely on the tranquil quietness and peace of Rod Library to create the ideal study atmosphere. So on Wednesday, October 1st, when the sounds of drums shook inside a Rod Library and destroyed the tranquilness, study-goers shifted their focus from their studies to the source of the commotion. The reason for all this commotion, and a place that prides itself for its quietness, was to celebrate the grand opening of the Book Bistro, the new cafe within the library. Along with the marching band who marked the event with their arrival, many others were just excited about the grand opening, including members from the Cedar Falls community, TC, and the Dean of Library Services, Chris Cox.
First of all, I want to welcome you to this grand opening celebration. This year marks the 50th anniversary of this building. If you weren't aware of that, it was opened in '64, about last month. I can't think of a better way to celebrate that opening. This has been a long time in coming. I understand the idea of having a food venue in this library has been talked about for about 10 years. And today we make that dream a reality.
After Dean Cox spoke, the giant scissors were brought out, the ribbon was cut, and the Book Bistro was open for business. Those attending the event were treated to free samples of sandwiches, drinks, and treats that will be served at the Book Bistro.
I want to thank everybody and hope that I want to welcome everybody to Book Bistro. It's a new food service in the library. We hope it'll be a place that everybody will come and gather, where students can meet with students, where faculty can meet with faculty, and students can meet with faculty to talk about things, to talk about the issues of the day, to eat and nosh and get together and enjoy themselves in this new environment in the library.
Thanks, Carver. For more information, check out the Rod Library website at www.library.uni.edu.
Reporter Nathan Grieve was on the scene outside the Union to see just what sorority Alpha Phi's jail and bail is all about. Nathan?
Alpha Phi has taken a novel approach to fundraising. Their jail and bail fundraiser is comprised of a jail cell that includes outlaws from Alpha Phi, as well as other fraternities, sororities, and even random passersby who are feeling especially generous. Once convicted, the prisoners set a bail for themselves and enlist the help of friends, relatives, and of course, students on campus. To help entice people to donate, various donations can be redeemed for spinning a punishment wheel, which forces the prisoners into doing such things as push-ups, singing, or even wearing a chicken suit to class.
Heart health and heart disease are the #1 killer of American women. So it's really important to us, especially since we're all young women that are really at harm for that in our future. So we're really being proactive, trying to raise money, trying to raise awareness and educate UNI students about how they can kind of be a little bit smarter, be a little healthier, and it's all going to a really great cause. We are also partnered with Waterloo's House of Hope. So we do a lot of babysitting for them, we do a lot of donation, sorting, and that kind of stuff, so we get to help a lot of local community members as well through this event.
The event brought in $7,500 last year, which was donated to Alpha Phi's community partner, House of Hope. This year, the total is expected to be even higher. This is Nathan Grieve reporting for UNI TV.
That certainly is a different way to collect donations. We wish them the best.
This weekend is the first annual Panther Worldwide Scavenger Hunt. Mackenzie Brofsky sat down with Maria Michelson, the marketing director, to see what this event is all about.
I sat down with Maria Michelson, the marketing director for POSH, so she could tell us more about this weekend's event.
POSH stands for Panther's Annual Worldwide Scavenger Hunt. It's kind of a spin-off of Gishwez, which is the greatest internet scavenger hunt the world has ever seen. It's to promote random acts of kindness with strangers and just interaction with people and encouraging people to get to know one another and do nice things for other people. And our professor, our advisor, Heidi Noonanday, decided that she wanted to bring it to UNI and kind of spread that to the people of the Cedar Valley. So starting at midnight on Thursday, October 9th, the list of 70 items will be released, and people have had the past couple of weeks to build up teams of up to 10 people. They'll be able to work together with their teams for the next 4 days, so up until Monday at midnight, completing the 70 random acts that's on the list. For example, last year some of the things we did were eat pie with a firefighter, or make a giant Skittles portrait out of President William Rood. You had to wear 50 pairs of socks, hug a veteran, just lots of random things that promote kindness and just all around a lot of fun. So they can either take pictures or videos of all the things they'll be doing, and we'll total up the winning team's score at the end of the 4 days, and the winning team will win $1,000. If you'd like to get involved with POSH, you can check us out on Facebook. I believe it's just POSH. On Twitter, you can follow UNI POSH, and our website is also uniposh.com, so that's UNIPAWWSH.com.
The items on the list are based on amazing and sometimes life-changing activities that will bring smiles and laugh throughout the Cedar Valley and then to the world. Sounds like fun, Mackenzie.
This past weekend, there was a fall 5K raising money for Autism Speaks, which works to raise awareness for autism and funds research. Let's hear from a live interview with Sabrina Santos.
Today I am joined with Sabrina Santos, the Chapter Life Vice President of Alpha Xi Delta here on UNI's campus. Welcome, Sabrina.
Thank you, Carly, for having me on today's show.
So you're the Chapter Life Vice President for Alpha Xi Delta, who had their philanthropy this past weekend, the Step It Up 5K. Would you care to tell us just a little bit more about that philanthropy?
Sure. So this was actually our second year having it. Last year was our first year. It was so much bigger than last year. It was really exciting. We had a lot of people from the community come out and show their support. We had donations from around like different establishments gave us donations to have in our silent auction, as well as we had music playing and things like that. And yeah, it was awesome. We're hoping our total's also going to be more than last year, but it was awesome. We're really looking forward to next year already.
I know that Alpha Xi Delta has a philanthropy each semester. Can you tell us more about them?
Sure. So we have the 5K in the fall, and then in the spring we have our Z-Man competition, which is a male pageant. So we kind of collect some guys from around and we teach them like a group dance, and then they do a talent portion and they answer some questions and things, and it's really a lot of fun, and it's a great way for the guys to get involved and show their support for us. So.
And your national chapter supports autism awareness. What is the program that your chapter supports?
We work with Autism Speaks. They are dedicated to the research and awareness of autism, so they really get the word out there and try and find a cure for it, especially. And so when autism speaks, Alpha Xi Delta listens. That's kind of our tagline.
And so what exactly is autism, if you care to explain?
Sure. Autism is a spectrum disorder, and it really affects learning and social interaction. It affects everyone differently. It's like it's one of those like special snowflake situations. Some people are really high functioning. You would not even guess that they had any sort of affliction, and some people are really low functioning where they need help to do anything or everything, basically. It is really hard to diagnose because it is so diverse, and that's why it is on a spectrum now. But they're dedicated to researching it and hopefully finding a cure for it one day.
Have you been affected by autism in any way?
Yeah, I actually had a family friend get diagnosed over the summer. It was really a big shock to all of us, like we weren't expecting it. And I mean, because she's a really high functioning person, so it just was kind of a surprise. But I don't know, she's doing really well now, but yeah, it was a huge surprise to me especially, and so now it's kind of more personal. So every time that like we do our philanthropies and stuff, it's like a big push for me to get people to show their support, because I know someone personally who's affected.
Well, thank you for joining us here on UNI TV.
Yeah, thank you for having me again.
And we'll be back with your regular programming of UNI TV News after these quick messages.
College is an avenue for learning that can lead to successful job opportunities in the future. However, the education you need cannot be gained simply by going to class. Joining Cedar River Productions is the best way for you to get hands-on experience and one-on-one help with technology that will be crucial for your future. This is your chance to get ahead of other students by gaining knowledge about new technology. You'll be given all the opportunities to turn your ideas into reality and fine-tune your skills and abilities along the way. Make the most of your college experience. Become a member of Cedar River Productions.
I am a future Panther.
I am ready to transfer.
I am building my skills.
I am social networking.
I am investing in my future.
I am challenging my students.
I am running my own business.
I am UNI.
I am UNI. You can be too. Visit IamUNI.net.
Experience, the community, the chemistry, the expertise, the right fit, and all the opportunity in the world to create your masterpiece.
Enjoy the university experience in perfect proportion. And because we teach how to learn, the students of UNI are well prepared to create a lifetime of masterpieces. Create your masterpiece. Experience the University of Northern Iowa.
Sounds good. Welcome back to UNI TV. Let's go to Ian Shahanik for Panther Sports.
Regarding fundraising, the UNI Department of Health, Physical Education and Leisure Services, in cooperation with Continuing and Distance Education, offers a master's degree program in philanthropy and nonprofit development via distance learning. No on-campus attendance is required. Designed primarily for professionals currently employed in philanthropy and nonprofit settings, this interdisciplinary program has the following goals: to develop and enhance professional skills and knowledge in the fundraising and nonprofit sectors, to further students' understanding of ethical policy and legal issues as they relate to philanthropy and nonprofit development, to advance students' knowledge of scholarly research, theories, and models in the area of nonprofit organizational development, donor relations, grant writing, corporate foundation relations, advocacy, public funding, and evaluation accountability to enhance students' mastery of skills in the aforementioned areas. For more information, please contact Professor Rodney Deiser, the program coordinator at 319-272-7775. We now go to Paul Ochoa to give us an overview of Nicole Lavoie, Associate Director of the Tucker Institute for Research on Girls and Women in Sport.
At the University of Northern Iowa, Thursday, October 2nd, Associate Director Nicole Lavoie talked about the sex sale in sports.
I want to share with you some data, so not just what you think, but I want to share with you some evidence around this idea. So the first major pattern of sport media coverage, there's two universal patterns. So the first pattern is, even though female athletes make up 43% of all athletic participants. Where are my female athletes in here? Raise your hand. Okay, how many have been athletes, even though you may not currently be athletes? Okay, there we go. So 43% of all participants in sport are women. Yet they only get 2 to 4% of all media coverage. So the media coverage is disproportionate to the proportion of women that play sport. And if you think of any body of evidence, whether it's about cholesterol, or is caffeine good or bad, or is sugar good or bad, or is that fat good or bad, there's always like, yes it is, no it's not, yes it is, no it's not, and there's conflicting evidence. This is one of the few bodies of scholarship where the evidence is undeniably consistent over time and across different mediums. And the way that we code this, it's like, well, how do you get this data? We look at, are you in your uniform? Are you on the court? And are you in action? I had to throw hockey in since I, come from the state of Minnesota.
She explains how women use their body to promote the sport they play.
Here's the men's Tennessee basketball cover. Now, some of you were my basketball fans. Okay, Tennessee women's basketball, pretty good program over time. Pat Summit.
She explains women are advertised different than men. She shows it and talks about it in her presentation.
And this is their cover the year after they won one of their many national championships. And you might be asking yourself, now Pat Summit is one of the best coaches ever in college basketball. Where's Pat? There she is, dressed like a pirate. Now, does that say, I'm Pat Summit, I'm the best basketball, one of the best basketball coaches ever, and look at my team, how good they are? No.
This is Paul Ochoa reporting for UNI TV.
For more information, contact Jennifer Waldron at jennifer.waldron@uni.edu. UNI athletics were very busy over the weekend as the men's golf team, football team, volleyball, softball, and women's soccer team were all in action. The Panthers football team suffered a very heartbreaking 20-19 loss to the Indiana State Sycamores on Sunday. UNI led the Sycamores 19-14 up until 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go when Indiana State scored the game-winning touchdown. The now 2-3 Panthers will return to action on Saturday, October 11th when they head to Vermillion, South Dakota to take on the South Dakota Coyotes. The game is set for kickoff at 4 p.m. The women's volleyball team moved into a first-place tie in the Missouri Valley Conference with a 3-2 win at Missouri State on Saturday, which was the 998th victory in the program's illustrious history. The Panthers improved to 10-6 overall and 5-0 in league play with the 5-set triumph. UNI won by the set scores of 14-25, 25-16, 25-19, 13-25, and 15-11. The Panthers will return home to take on Evansville Friday at 7 p.m. and Southern Illinois Saturday at 7 p.m. in the McLeod Center. The UNI men's golf team finished seventh place at the John Dalio Memorial and at the Ruffled Feathers Country Club in Lamont, Illinois. The Panthers entered the day in 6th place, but shot a team total 316, their highest of the tournament, to fall behind Chicago State. Indiana University, Purdue University, Indianapolis won the tournament, finishing one stroke ahead of the host squad, DePaul. Brandon Jowers of Columbia took home the individual crown, finishing 8 under, including a 5 under 67 in the first round. The UNI softball team wrapped up the All-Iowa Classic on Sunday with an 8-2 win against Iowa and a 9-2 win over Iowa State. UNI also went 4-0 over the weekend in Ames, as they also defeated Drake 5-4 and Upper Iowa 5-1 on Saturday. Sunday marked the final game for the Panthers as they head into off-season workouts. The women's soccer team played their in-state rival the Drake Bulldogs this past Saturday. The Panthers were first on the board with a goal on the 26 mark. Junior Sarah McHugh scored with an assist from the senior Charlotte Jones. The score held par through the rest of the first half. After 13 minutes passed by, in the second half, the Panthers scored another goal. Junior Katie Witt scored while Charlotte Jones chalked up another assist. That's all the time we have for today.
Thanks, Ian. That's all the time we have for today. For Panther News and Sports, we thank you for tuning in to UNI TV. Hope to see you next time. For Corey Noble.
And I'm Paul Ochoa. This has been a UNI TV. It is a weekly live program produced by and for students. So if you have an event or news that you would like to see on UNI TV, let us know. You can contact us at chen@uni.edu. Thanks for watching and see you next week.